Hey there everybody, welcome to this video. This is a channel about home projects and product reviews, and I'm a do-it-yourself kind of cheapskate. So one thing that kind of caught my attention recently was how to make homemade yogurt. We recently purchased an Instapot, and I wanted to solve the problem. Number one, for you, how do you make homemade yogurt? And number two, is it worth it over the store-bought yogurt? You can see we've got 32 ounces of Chobani Greek yogurt there, packed full of protein, but is it worth it to make your own? Well, first of all, let's get started with showing you how do you make your own. We've got a little bit of half and half. We've got about a half a gallon of whole milk, and we're going to throw it all into the Instant Pot. This was a recent family purchase for our kitchen, and we absolutely love it. I'll pop a link down below. If you don't have an Instant Pot, highly recommended little thing. You can do lots of things, including, of course, make your own yogurt. So we're going to bring it up to temperature. We're following a recipe here. I'll also put that cookbook down below, and we're going to pop in about 2 tablespoons of active yogurt cultures straight from the Chobani, but you can really use any yogurt culture, about 2 tablespoons, and you put the lid on and let it sit for a good 8 hours or so. So that was a super simple process. If you're looking to make your own at home and you're looking to do this in a very easy way, I highly recommend this. So about 8 hours, and then you pop open the lid. Here's what it looks like 8 hours later. Got a little bit of oily residue to it. Let's dip the spoon in there so you can kind of get a feel for the texture. Okay, it doesn't really look great right now, right? So we need to flavor it, we need to refrigerate it, and of course you can make it into Greek yogurt from here too. To flavor it, the store-bought stuff is loaded with sugar, right? So we're going to be actually reducing some maple syrup, and we can throw a little bit of honey in there. We don't want to overdo it. Just a little bit of maple syrup will go a long way in terms of flavoring. And it tastes delicious. And it's, again, less sugar overall compared to the store-bought stuff. If you're not sure about the store-bought stuff, go ahead and check the back of that Chobani label. You will see it's got quite a bit of grams. Now, the regular yogurt that we're going to make homemade, non-Greek variety, will yield about twice as much as this little 32-ounce Greek yogurt. So if you really like, the natural non-Greek yogurt, it has about the same amount of protein, and it doubles your batch. So that's really nice at a fraction of the cost. So we spent, maybe $2 or $3 total in milk and half products compared to the $5 or $6 of Greek yogurt. So that's a cost savings. Now, at this point, you can flavor it, but we're going to be refrigerating it right now. You saw me flavor it earlier. So you can flavor it before or after refrigeration, but this is how much it yields just to give a visual. We're going to put it in airtight containers. So just some Ziploc Tupperware here, airtight. And we'll let that refrigerate for a good 4 or 5 hours. Should bring it up to a good temperature and help you see what that final texture is going to look like. So we'll put it in the fridge and we'll let it sit for a while, and then we'll come back to it so you can see the texture. And I'll also show you how you can make the Greek yogurt briefly. So here's the regular yogurt right out of the fridge 4 or 5 hours later. Look at that. I mean, just like you would buy in the store, right? If you buy a non-Greek yogurt. So the texture is very similar. Again, chock full of protein coming from mostly the milk, and of course, less sugars. Here's the Greek variety. To do so, you just strain it in a cheesecloth. I'll pop a link for the cheesecloth down below. So that's a really easy process. You just let all that stuff kind of drain out below. It's going to look pretty gross, but you just toss all that residue that kind of drained through, and then you're left with this. Look at that, spot on. This is the regular yogurt again. Overall, highly recommended. And that's it. We'll stop the video there. Thanks for being with me.